The city of St. Cloud is like multiple companies running under one cover. So we have our police and fire, we have our public works, we have our media services, we have our rec facilities. We provide IT support for our departments as well as the citizens of St. Cloud. We support the website, a lot of online activities, payments, processing, licensing.
Prior to working with HBS, in the city we had 9 different camera systems, some of which were older than my kids. You got 45 cameras on the system, 3 of them work, and the video is garbage.
With that, we started seeing some trends. It was hard for our officers to be everywhere at all times. So we started looking for solutions on how we can help with that problem.
When we would go to the cameras looking for evidence or to come back on an event that transpired, it was a support nightmare. My technicians would have to physically go to sites to pull camera video down. We were wasting a lot of man hours to try and get video that was of very poor quality. We knew that we had to improve it.
The reason we partnered with HBS is because when we decided to replace the camera systems that we had, we did a show and tell kind of thing that, what do you want to know? What questions do you have? In Heartland, they were one of the few that actually showed up. It seemed like they cared from the beginning.
It was part of watching their attentiveness to the RFP, and then they came in at price point, which made our decision somewhat easy to do it.
As a police department, we can't be everywhere at one time. We have a limited amount of resources, just like everybody else does, to get the job done. By having cameras in places that maybe we didn't have access to before, it multiplies our presence there.
The Verkada camera system changed that dynamic immensely for us.
We had a process that we were able to do in our parking ramps where we can take and identify individuals, and stripe across and see where they're tracking, if they're doing things that they're not supposed to. And it has changed how we do business. And it's a very, very, very good change for us.
We manage everything as far as the maintenance of it, which with the Verkada system is pretty simple. It's all automated. I don't have to go and maintain servers, upgrade servers. It ticked all the boxes for us.
The communication was established early and continued right through the process. So we got more than what we thought we were going to get as a result.
We implemented a new watch room where we have non-sworn staff in there, and they're able to monitor the cameras remotely and provide real-time data to our officers in the field.
They've been able to be much more proactive in their policing and their enforcement in the parking ramps.
When we had access to these cameras, combined with real-time live monitoring by our non-sworn staff, it's really become a known deterrent in the community, to where people who were committing some of the petty crimes in our parking ramps, we've really been able to address those issues a lot more efficiently.
We have noticed a significant reduction already in the short time that we've really started using the Verkada system. And I'm excited to kind of see where it's going to lead from here as we are incorporating more and more staffing.
The least amount of systems we need to access to get the data we need, the better for the officer in the street. And so that's why this has been really successful for us. It's also allowed us to think outside the box on how we could use the system in a broader perspective, something we plan on to keep building off of.
Matter of fact, I actually have spoken to some of the neighboring police community is actually looking at a camera system, and I recommended they look at Heartland. It's a game changer for what we traditionally look at, video surveillance.
I think Heartland has been a very good partner. We haven't done a lot of work with Heartland in the past, and I think we'll probably do more with them in the future just because of their responsiveness and their willingness to go the extra mile to make sure we're happy and we have what we want, what we need.
Looking at it, we know we made the right decision, and the benefits that we're reaping from our choice of the Verkada and Heartland, one of the best decisions we've made. So.